DangerMan here with a unboxing video from Dye. Now, why am I unboxing a Dye? Because Dye has sent me a gun gratis to use because they believe they have an alternative to my Empire Axe and Empire Mini that I've been shooting with for years. They know that I'm a man of the people, so to speak. I'm one of those people that represents the paintballers out there that play in the woods, not the tournament people. But this marker is marketed as what you would call a mid-high-end gun. It's a working man's tournament gun. It can go both ways. You could use it in the woods, and if you got yourself into a tournament situation, you could hang. And I have to say I would agree because I have used this marker since the unboxing. And if you know anything about my history, I took my Empire Axe up to Woods Ball World Cup, and we won the 5-man division. I was the MVP. If I can play that well with an axe, this gun shoots really, really fine. It's super quiet. It's super efficient. It's very easy on paint. I'm liking it out of the gate. Now, only time will tell if this is really going to be a long-term love affair, but we'll see. You know, at the beginning here, I'm infatuated. It's got a decent hard case. The hard case is a legitimate hard case. It's not plastic. It's molded the whole way. So if you actually wanted to break this thing down, you'd have to tear it apart. Now, in opening it, you'll see that it comes with a barrel system already. It's got an ultralight in there. It's a 688 bore, and it is a cocker thread, your standard cocker thread. It's got room for 4. So I'm pretty happy with, you know, my first impression as I open it up. Now, what's the price point of this marker? It's coming in under $1,000. And the idea here is that Dye wants you to get the features that you would get near the top of the rung. You know, those $1,600 markers at a sub $1,000 price. And of all of the problems that you may have, when I say problems, nuanced things that you always would like a manufacturer to fix in previous iterations, that's what's happened with the DSR. They've taken things that people complained about with the recent bolt systems and other markers and such, and everything in this thing is an upgrade and a fix and an improvement. Right now you see me pointing out the color-coded O-rings and you can see the arc bolt system here. The engine is blown up. This quick start guide is pretty darn cool because if you don't have a friend who already owns one and kind of gets you through it real fast, this will walk you through it real fast. You can see there's the simplicity of the battery housing is right there in the front. The velo, so if you're going to turn the velocity, it shows you quite easily. You just turn the brass adjuster in to turn the velo down, and if you want to turn the velocity up, you're going to screw it out. So flipping this over and finally getting to the gun, ta-da! I think the marker is a little smaller than your standard $1,600 marker in terms of that wide girth that they have to them. And it looks kind of plain on the top and the manifold, but the gun grips feel amazing because the sticky grips are on both the foregrip and the gun grip, and there are no exposed screws. And it feels nice in your hands. You can see those curves. They gave it some legitimate curves. So when you hold it in your hands, it's got a nice feel. No macro line, of course. It's a spool-based gun. It is dwell insensitive, so you can't over or under tune it. So, you know, the integrated design, nice fit and finish. With again, no exposed screws. You can see right now down in the ASA, that little knot there. So you can feel it's got a tactile feel to it. You can hear it and feel it as you come off the ASA. Of course, you know, you should have a brain in your head to know that when it's off anyway. When you do gas it, it doesn't hold gas, but you should always behave as if they do have gas in them. Give you a little look all the way up and down the sides, flipping around. This is the blackout. They call black blackout. It's a cool name. I get to pick which color I got, and I like black. So let's finish up a couple of the goodies that are in there. It did come with a battery. It does have a micro USB for updating the MOS operating system. If you know anything about Dye, the MOS operating system is their own proprietary operating system, but it's standard across all their markers. Comes with a bag of color-coded O-rings and detent as well. I don't think it comes with an extra eye pipe. The eye pipe in there is a 3rd generation eye pipe, so the past concern replacement history is overcome as well. Like I said, they've made improvements across the board in everything. So there's more space in the gun. The eye pipes are thicker, more durable now. So as the breeches wear down, this part is easy and it's cheap to replace. No strip die plate screws, etc. The replacement cost is sub $10. You can see right there I'm taking the bolt. It's a toolless bolt removal, so you can get to it real simple. Of course, I labored with it for my first time. I'm testing the sponginess of the bolt. It does have a governor on there, as you would expect, so when you do have the bolt in and gassed up, it can't be opened. Now the frame and the grip frame and the body do come apart, and they're wireless contacts. There's no wires, but we'll get to that. If you look at the neck there, that feed neck, you'll see that you have to flip the latch around in order to tighten it. So it doesn't have any hex head screws in there to tighten it up with. You can see right down into the engine there. I'll probably replace that feed neck. I think it's a little too tall for me. I like a super tight, compact look on everything that I have. My Bitcoin did not fit. It does use a quarter or a nickel in this case because I thought the Bitcoin would fit and it didn't. I'm going to a flathead screwdriver. You have to turn the latch all the way. You can't do a quarter of the way or 3/4 of the way. It has to go all the way, see? So I'm going to finish that turn. And now, you even heard it click a little bit. We're to the battery. And the battery has a nice, comfortable housing. It's not too cavernous, but at least now you're not jamming a battery in against a board or anything. This gun has 3 profiles on it. So when you're out playing, you can set up for the different environments you're playing in. For instance, at OXCC where I play, when they have scenario games, they require us to shoot at 10 balls per second, whereas most of the time people are shooting at 12-ish or 15, 12-ish. And you can set a profile for that. You can flip back and forth. Of course, if you're a tournament player, it has even more use. Speaking of tournament, at the time of this video being shot, there is a download for this marker for the NXL firing mode. DyeDSR.com. If you're thinking about buying one of these, or if you're an owner, that is your resource. You can see I'm teacupping this baby, and I don't like the way the foregrip has that pointed edge, but I guess I'll get used to it. It's not a big deal. You can also see how narrow the manifold is. It's a little more narrow than other markers, I think. But what I really like is the grips. The foregrip and the gun grip are just really, really sexy looking, and they feel great with that dyed sticky grip. So the ultralight frame to me is, not super unique, but it's nice looking. It's nice looking in blackout. It does have a short foregrip for the most part. If I haven't already mentioned this, it does shoot at a super low pressure of 115 psi operating pressure. So that's what makes this thing so quiet and so efficient and so easy on paint. I'm using the screwdriver here to move the joystick so you can see that it has a joystick and not a button. And that's part of the MOS operating system, the method operating system, which Dye, again, has a proprietary operating system for their markers, but it's standard across all their markers. All right, let's summarize just in case we missed anything. We've covered the MOS operating system, the method operating system. We have a new design in the bolt system called the arc bolt system. They have the ultralight frame. They have the 3rd generation I-pipe system, which is now, again, much better for you because the parts are going to cost less than $10 and they're much thicker and durable. They don't have the problems they had in the past. Free wire connection, the True Cam airport on the ASA, the sticky grips, the 5-way control stick, the core barrel system, the color-coded O-rings, the low-profile design, the hyper-regulator, the gas-through system, and the edge trigger. That's a lot. And let's hope that that's enough to justify the $900 hard-earned dollars you're going to part with to buy one of these babies. I ain't going to lie to you. I think it's the top of what anybody would want to spend. We're going to find out whether or not it's worth it over the next few months. Just stick with me. I promise you, I will be honest about this marker. If you're not already a subscriber, please do so. Comment, like, share, you know the drill. Peace.
It's too much for any man.